All right, boys, welcome back to another Cnats special. We had Kyle White on to talk about his performance last week at the Collegiate Cup, and then we kind of looked towards Cnats and went through his mentality and all and gave him a really good interview. Overall, phenomenal episode, in my opinion, and I really hope you enjoy it. Welcome to Podium Talk.
Soundstrap. Soundstrap.
Welcome back to the next episode of Podium Talk. Really nice episode today. We're joined by Kyle White, aka kdub. Let's just let you introduce yourself first, Kyle.
Hi, I'm Kyle White. I am a 90 kilo powerlifter from Kennesaw State.
And previously from Ringgold, the place
sir.
that is going to be popular now. Let's start it off. Training recaps. Avery, how's it been going?
Man, like when I went on that trip to Houston, I immediately came back and got sick. But I had a week one, but there's not much to say about week one. So that's about it.
All right, Tony, do you have any depressing thoughts for us today?
I'm gonna try to be a little bit more positive, man. I'm not as strong as I'd like to be, but I'm not hurting too much right now. So that's pretty good. I can at least lift. So
I feel you. Obviously, I just saw big numbers from you, Tony, so I'm proud of you for coming back. Kyle also saw big numbers from you today. How's it been going since the meet?
Yes, sir. Competed 6 days ago, and today was primary squat week 4. Because the meet was on my week 3, but we'll talk about that. But hit an all-time PR squat of 666 or 302.5 today. So that was nice.
I got you. And I be training, I be doing. That's about all it is. Let's dive straight into the meet. Obviously, best lifter, almost no contest. What was it? 34 points in between you and Spurge, I think. I think you had 477, maybe.
I just saw the kilo spread. I didn't really look at the dots.
I got you.
But Spurs was second, right?
Yeah, Spurge was
Yeah.
second, and then. But obviously, like you said, you were planning to go in week 3. Had payouts, and I'm pretty sure you gave that payout to your church. Is that what went
Yeah,
down?
well, I was told originally that I was gonna get the 500 like the night of the meet. Or assuming I win, I'd get the money right at like that night of the meet. We'd get the like either check or cash, and then I was told it would be given to us whenever the drug tests come back, which I thought was like a week or two for USAPL. And then I asked, and I was told it would be 4 to 6 weeks before the drug tests come back. So.
Oh man.
I will be giving it to the church whenever in 4 to 6 weeks, God willing.
Yeah. That's actually crazy that they're waiting to pay you out for that. But nonetheless, 504 dots, right? Phenomenal performance. Let's walk through it.
Yes.
We can start. Well, first, I wasn't back there during your session. How was the warm-up room for you? Because I know it was small, and your session had bigger lifters. How did that look for you?
I didn't really mind like how close it was or anything. I just like knew what I needed to do. So like in between every squat warm up, I literally would just go in the lobby and sit at that picnic table. Because it was like super hot, super humid in that warm up room with like that many big guys that close together. So I literally just like hit the red, walk out to the lobby and I would just look at lifting casts until I needed to do my next warm up. Well, back in there. So it wasn't bad. I was only in there when I was hitting my actual warm-up set.
So it's kind of before we get into your squats, if we speak about your prep for a minute, like you said, you were going in supposed to be a week 3, kind of probably went harder than a week 3 would have been, but we ended the day harder than a week 3 would have been. But
Yeah.
So what was your mindset going into this, not looking at the payouts, just trying to show out?
So I've been like since Nats, I've been just like in off-season work, like just like high reps. I haven't even done like a comp deadlift, or I had comp deadlifts on my secondary day, like for pretty high reps. But like since Nats, my primary deadlift has been pause deads. So and then I had like close grip single on bench the block before, and then like doubles on squat, doubles on pause deads. So really nothing, like no comp singles at all since Nats, literally until like the block of the meet. So it was kind of hard to gauge like where my top ends were based off of like a pause double on dead, a close grip single on bench, and a double on squat. So like we had an idea of where like my ranges were, but like the goal straight up was number one to win the meet, obviously, and then number two after securing the win, the goal was 800 kilos, which fell short of that. But yeah, that was the goal, was 800 kilos after securing the win.
I got you. I got you. So I mean, let's go through squat, bench, and deadlift real quick, and then you can kind of share like, well, going into the meet, we wanted this, and we ended up with this. You know, like what were you shooting for versus what you got on the day?
So for squat, so I'll just go ahead and give like all the top end ranges for the 800 kilo total. So the plan thirds were 661 squat, 413 bench, which I hit, and then 688 deadlift. So on squat, I'm not to bash like the spotters and loaders or anything, but on my opener they didn't tighten the collar, so I was literally like walking out the squat and I could hear the plates like clanking. But like I knew that just like if I was just trying to be still, and I knew I could still squat that even if the plates were sliding off a little.
Yeah.
So I literally racked it after I hit it, and then I turned to look at the plates, and the closest red was like a few inches off from the end of the bar. So that just felt like super weird. Like my walkout was super shaky. And then the second attempt, 628, I came out. I usually check the sides to make sure, like I should have checked to make sure the collar was on, and like that the plates are loaded and stuff. And I like stood up to unrack it, and immediately like fell off center. So I racked it back and looked, and they forgot to put a white on one of the sides. So that just kind of like messed my mindset up, because I like had to like step off the platform, take off my wrist wraps, unclip my belt, wait for them to change it, put the collar back on, and then put my wrist wraps back on, tighten my belt, just like hype myself up again for that attempt. So that just kind of like took a lot out of me. And the 628 still moved, like 300 was there, but I just decided to play it safe with the 650, 295. Still all-time PR, so I just took that. And then bench went beautifully according to plan, hit 413 at a perfect RP10. And then Petrie did give me the green light, like previously before the meet we talked, and he was like, if anything goes wrong on squat or bench, you can load up to 700 for the third to pull for the 800 total, because the planned opener on deadlift was 600, 650 was the planned second, so that'd be like perfect 50-pound jumps to the 700. So like literally right after I squatted the 628 and put in 650, before I even hit the 650, I was like, wow, I'm about to attempt 7 on deads today before I even hit my third squat.
Yeah, that's wild. And so one thing we mentioned on the preview too is you obviously had Matt there competing, and with him struggling in the beginning and you walking out to hit your first squat as he was preparing to try to save himself from bombing out, did that have any sort of effect on your mind going into that squat?
Yeah, so I actually heard y'all talking about that on the recap, and then me and Tony talked about it at the gym the other day. So we were like, I was sitting there about to hit my opener on squat, and I was like sitting there, and I saw in the corner of my eye, I saw like Matthew like rack the bar and then turn and look up at the lights, and then like put his hands up, like checking his head. Saw Noah shaking his head, and I was like, oh no, like what just happened? And I hadn't even hit my opener yet, so I was like, oh, he probably missed his opener on depth. So I'm like on lifting cast because I was basically handling myself. So I like go from platform 2 to platform 1 and look, and saw he missed both his first and second. And I saw that he missed his first. And I assume they were on depth. I know he's not gonna get folded by 473.
Yeah.
So like the fact that he missed his opener and then it still went up, I'm okay with that, knowing that like if he only gets his opener on squat, he's not hitting the QT. Or he actually probably could have pulled for it on the day based off his third pull. But just like seeing the 2 red lights on that, and then like knowing he was gonna have to hit this third, I was like, okay, I was just telling myself like I'm gonna hit my opener. I can squat 584 on any given day, and then I'll worry about Matthew. So I literally like hit that, walked off the platform, and I think he hit his third squat like right after that because I remember seeing it, like watching his squat. So
Mhm.
I was after he hit that squat and he came off the platform. I don't even think I'd hit my second squat yet. I was just like, yo, like I don't care. I don't know what happened on the first two. I don't care what happened. All that matters is you hit your third. And now Noah, do the math to hit his third bench and then do the math, whatever you got to pull. And you got to go 6 for 6 and qualify, and that's the end of the story. So I think that helped him just like putting the squat behind him and just being like, all right, I'm going to finish this and qualify.
I got you. I mean, that was just even for like me and Tony commentating, trying to focus on platform two's openers as like, because it wasn't just him, it was Gavin and other 82s missing their lifts. I don't know, the
Yeah, I was
energy
gonna
was
say,
just so
man,
divided
that
at the
was
time.
that heck.
Gavin pulled for the total, didn't he? He ended up pulling for it.
He missed.
He
Oh,
missed it.
Yeah.
he attempted it though.
Yeah, he
right?
attempted it. Him and Keenan both attempted
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fell
yeah.
short.
Okay, I got you.
But I mean, I think we had 682s qualify that day, and 3 of them with exactly 610. But
That's crazy.
before we kind of move on out of this meet, I want to hear 2 things. I want to hear like kind of your review of the meet outside of your performance, just like kind of the environment, whatnot, and
Yeah.
then review your performance. Like I know you fell short of 800, but you did accomplish your primary, 504 dots, won the meet, got the 500. How would you rate your performance there?
So to start with like the actual like venue and how the meet was ran and stuff, I don't I don't mind it. Like DNA is like my favorite gym ever. So the fact that I was able to like do a meet there is pretty cool. Um, and as for like the stuff all being like that close together and everything, I definitely think DNA isn't like a venue that should be having like a 2 platform meet. So I definitely could say they should have done like a 1 platform, like 2 day kind of thing. That probably would have been a lot smoother. And then just things that were out of their control, like the bathroom situation and stuff. Like I literally used the porta potty. There you go. I literally used the porta potty like
Yeah.
the entire time because like I would like see like 10 people in line and then I walk outside and there was nobody waiting for the porta potties. I was like, oh, man, I don't care, bro. So, but I mean, just like the little things, like y'all said, they should have had people park in the back and walk through that back door because then like the hangout place for like spectators wouldn't have been the lobby. It would have been like outside because I mean, it wasn't like freezing cold or anything outside. I don't think so. I mean, and they would just walk right in. You see the platform. If they want to walk out, you can go easy access to get in and out instead of walking through the warm up room, walking through the lobby, like across the platform one where the score table is and all that stuff. So just little things that I'm sure they learn from and we'll fix next time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was my biggest thing is like it's good that we had this, but it just was a little bit unprepared to hold that many lifters. But the energy was
Yeah.
insane. Like it was one of the better vibes of a powerlifting meet that we'll
Yeah.
have in Georgia. For sure.
That's another one y'all were talking about is like closing off where spectators can come to the platform. Me personally, I like that. Like today when I was squatting, like my friend Jordan is standing like on the deadlift platform right in front of me. Like I like just like people like right up in my face. It's kind of cool. But that definitely is like a safety hazard. I mean, if something like goes wrong or something, that could be pretty bad.
No, I mean, I totally understand what you're saying because I feel like when I think of a meet that has people that close to the platform, I think of like untested like local meets. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all like ever seen any of those where like
I
they'll
bet
have
Gene's meet
like
was like that. They got the smoke machine and everything.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then dudes are like right in your face, like recording you, like, and it's like hundreds of people, like it's hella deep. Like I love that, but we had a live stream, and
Yeah, I
then
feel you.
yeah, there were people like Anderson, having to probably like record like
Yeah.
at a crazy angle because so many people were in the way. But
Bro,
what I think was interesting, I remember you posted a TikTok and it was like the side view, like there was like a side like view of you, like you could see you like deadlifting from the side.
on
And then
my On the 700?
You're
On
700,
this,
yeah. Like you were setting
yeah,
up, you were doing your setup, and then somebody recorded you from the side, and you could
yeah.
see
Somebody
everybody.
sent me that.
Yeah, you could see everybody beside
Yeah,
you, and
I
it
know what
was
you're talking
like
about.
a smooth like 50 people like right
Yeah.
there.
I mean, at that point though, like the platform one had already finished, so like they didn't
Yeah,
have to worry about that whole side of the gym.
yeah, but it looked cool. It looked sick. Like, yeah,
Well,
like you guys said,
imagine a one platform meet, like it would be like that on like both sides, like center of it. People could come on both sides like that. That would be pretty crazy.
I'd
Yeah.
imagine that's how it's gonna be whenever we do this DNA meet. And yeah,
You talking about that?
are we talking about? I mean, why not? I mean, well, later on, but
He says get into it.
I mean, but basically, another thing I was gonna mention was I remember when we first started talking about this meet, whenever like there were little murmurs and it was just kind of like a rumor that this was gonna be a meet. I remember you wanted to do this meet and you were trying to get like all the big guys
Bro,
there.
I wanted like everyone there. Like
Yeah.
I would rather like I mean we ain't even got to name them, but like all of y'all to pull up. I would rather get 10th than actually like compete against people than just like walk in and win.
No, for sure. And because I remember I'm sitting here thinking about it. I remember you explicitly like talking about like, yeah, name dropping everybody you
Yeah.
wanted to be there. So since that kind of fell through, and you had Spurgeon, he was like the closest one to you, but at the same time he wasn't very close at all. So did that kind of like maybe
That's crazy.
what?
He did for real. He
I
did for
mean,
real do
like
that.
it sounds crazy, but when you sit on look at it on paper, a 30-point differential on the day isn't really
Yeah,
close.
literally. So is it like to you, do you feel a little like underwhelmed, not underwhelmed, but do you feel like a little um like I don't know, do you feel like maybe you missed out on like kind of like a real like tight competitive meet? Like,
Yeah, I mean I just wish that like other people would have been there. Even like even if they are in like I was in my off season, I told y'all like what my blocks leading up to it were. Like and I understand people like don't want to ruin their prep or anything, but I mean, when you got a chance to compete like in Atlanta, like with all the schools there and everything, like I would rather just ruin a day of your training and come compete and go head to head, have those matchups and stuff. But like you were talking about the live stream, did y'all see on my last deadlift, some woman got in front of the camera?
Was that not
And
her
I got
mom?
you there, bro. I did my best to sprint over there and get her out of the way.
That was my mom.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
yeah. I don't know
Uh,
who, yeah, I don't know who told us that, but I
I
was
think it was
like,
Mark.
I actually got like kind of
Cause,
mad for a sec, bro. Cause like you was literally
'cause
like doing your setup, like you
she
was
couldn't have
setting
been
up.
like
yeah, I was
more
like,
perfectly in the way. Like I was just like,
just her big hair.
Literally, like it was like you're setting up right here, and she goes like just like dead in the way. I was like,
You can hear
bro.
you. Yeah, you're like, move, move.
No, but that was a crazy moment, man. Like I'm glad that happened because like dude, like whenever Noel came running around telling everybody, guys, he loaded 7, he's going for 800.
Bro.
Like like everybody was like,
Yeah,
it was crazy. It's like the room kind of paused for a second, like what? Like actually?
yeah.
like, but nah, it was definitely like a like good shock value, real entertaining. It was fun. It was a good ending.
Yeah, I just knew like I had already secured the win. The 800 kilo total was right there. It's 700 deadlift, like both of those on one lift. Like just the energy of the room and stuff. And like even if I was like, even if I don't hit this, I mean, of course I went into the lift with like 100% confidence, like, yeah, I'm gonna hit this. But like I was like, when I missed, I wasn't mad or anything. I mean, just like the energy of the room, like just last lift of the day, the 700 deadlift, 800 kilo total. I was like, yeah, I mean, this is just that moment is just like something I'll never forget.
I actually because I remember at state when damn, Avery's gone. at state when I tried 683, like, because Eagle Power was all there, so people were standing next to the platform holding up the banners, and in the moment, I was gonna ask, like, in the moment, did you even really like peep the hype? Like, did you even really like notice? Because when I went out there on state, like, it took me like till after the videos, because I was like, damn, like I was like, everybody was really like watching me. It's like I didn't realize in the moment.
I mean,
Uh,
I kind of like figured that like the first platform was already over because that's what me and Matt were talking about. Is like we knew that we were both going to pull last on our platform, so it was like whichever platform finishes first. And then like when they were Matt hit his deadlift opener when I was like
Benching.
like right out, yeah, like right after my third bench. So I was like, bro, I'm gonna be like the last pull of the meet and stuff. So I mean, I kind of knew that like all eyes would be there, like the energy, just 700, like
yeah, and
it
you
was.
like
I kind of knew. I didn't like. It's
absorbed
not
it.
like I was like. It's not like I was like putting the chalk on, like looking around, like oh gosh. It was more just like just focused on the actual weight.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, did you even realize the hype was there? You were just like tunnel vision on the way. Because that's how I am. Like I don't pay attention to the
Yeah,
crowd.
like I all I knew was like Run This Town was playing. That's all I know. I didn't like hear anything but that.
Yeah, that was who chose that song? Wait, did you choose that song?
Yeah, I told because Steven got aux and he came up to me like before squat and he was like, "Yo, let me know what songs you want." And I like let him know what song I wanted on my thirds. He
Okay,
played
word.
he played the song on all my attempts though. Like I said, "Dreams and Nightmares" for my third squat. I walk out for my opener, that drum was playing. I was like, "What are we doing? He finna play this 3 times?"
Yeah. No, I actually remember that. Yeah. That was hard though.
For sure, for
But yeah,
sure.
I mean,
So I
Eli,
mean,
you go.
obviously, very happy with what you got, but you've made a few Instagram posts about the 700 deadlift and the 800 key total. Looking towards Cnats and looking at your deadlift attempts, are we looking to take revenge on 700 pre third attempt deadlift? Like, do you think you could even get to a point where you might open with it or even second attempt?
Nah, I don't think. I mean, it's 12 weeks from tomorrow.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opening with 7 or putting that on like a second. Definitely third should be around there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't assume like I don't assume I would be anywhere in the running for like a podium or anything if I don't pull above 7. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to pull 700 minimum.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just like that was the first miss I've had on a like in a meet since 2022. Because I did states and only did bench, and then like the token pull and squat because that's where my hamstring. So I went 5 for 5 at states. Cnats went 9 for 9. Raw Nats 9 for 9. So and then 8 for 9 right there. So that was like the first miss in so long. So honestly, like it just felt kind of relieving to just be like, yeah, like I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna just go 9 for 9 every single meet ever. Like even Keiko misses. Like so it was more so just like just take it to the chin and roll with it and just be more prepared next time.
And then as we look towards CNATs, obviously you said you're gonna have to pull something like that to podium. Where are we looking at placement wise? Like, what are you gonna shoot for? Are you gonna shoot for number one weight class, like, and how you looking to place overall in your head?
So right now, I mean, there's definitely like 90s are absolutely stacked. I could name like 5 off the rip who are like 800 plus like right now. Um, and I mean, of course, like I'm not walking in there to compete for second. Like I want to win. I'll do everything I can to win. But I mean, it's gonna take an absolutely like amazing performance, like a 9 for 9 all-time PR, everything, just a stupid performance to even be in the conversation to win.
Mhm.
But I definitely think like podium, like top 5 is going to be 800 minimum, which is absolutely crazy because last year 795 won. So like the other day I could have been put me from the other day at CNAS and I could have been pulling for a win potentially. So like, and I got 12th. So that's just kind of perspective on like how the game's changing and how everyone's progressing every single year. The totals are just going up.
Mm-hmm. And then with that total being in your head, obviously you just competed, so it's hard to make goals to adjust that quickly in 12 weeks. But what are your goals for squat, bench, and deadlift at this meet? Like, what would be your dream numbers here?
Realistically, just like small PRs on the squat and bench. And then deadlift, I mean, it's got to be 700 minimum, like I said. I don't really have any like set in stone numbers. The only like set in stone number goals I have for like is like to squat 700 this year. Which like when I move up to 93, that's gonna get smoked.
Mm. And then as we kind of look into your prep right here, I think you're one of like three biggest mentality guys in Georgia of like everyone watching your reels can see your mentality and you speak on it and it's noticeable. So what is your mentality going into training, going into a prep like this? Obviously, you're focusing on a missed lift and 11 guys that were ahead of you last year and all that. So what all are we kind of bringing in here to motivate us to Cnats?
Yeah, like it's the best way I can describe it is like Rocky 4 before he fights Drago when he's in Russia, just training, bro. Like just head down, tunnel vision, just getting after it. Like just
Mm-hmm.
and like a lot of people like there's so many like just motivational reels and stuff, people like trying to make cool reels and stuff. Like I don't think people realize that like I actually live like that. Like everything I post, everything I say, like I actually live like that. I do that stuff. So just I take every little thing and just use that for motivation. Use it like I truly like on the way to the gym Monday when I was like 5 days out, like I was just so excited to train that I literally started crying on the way to the gym. Like that's how just excited and passionate I was to literally for a week 2 taper squat and bench. So like I just think a lot of people talk about like how bad they want it, but like their actions don't back that up. But like I just like I truly like I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do like within the rules, I will do anything to win.
I got you. I got you. And obviously, a passion like that doesn't just spark in a few months. You know, you've been doing this for a long time. I'm pretty sure you started in high school. How long have you been focused on powerlifting?
So I started powerlifting my junior year after football season. I did it like the spring of my junior year, and then went back to football for like the summer and fall, and then got back into it my senior year after football ended. So those two like off seasons after football, and then like since senior season of football, just like all I've done since I graduated high school. So right at 3 years now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very nice. And like, so it's a hard question to just get out in a podcast, but in those 3 years in your powerlifting journey, what has powerlifting done for you? And like, how do you feel it has affected your trajectory of life?
I would definitely say that like a lot of people like I used to like stress over it, just like overthink it and stuff. But I've realized that like it's something that should enhance your life, like not take away from like your quality of life. So
Mhm.
just like gradually growing and learning how to use it like to have fun and just it's something that I love, something I enjoy, something I'm blessed to be able to even do. Because I mean, there's a lot of people that don't have the opportunity to use their whole body to lift weights and to much less squat, bench, and deadlift and do it on a
Mhm.
platform, compete against other people in front of refs and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then in that journey, where you're at right now, one of the top lifters in Georgia, but you're also a coach. And how many people do you coach? I mean, I know obviously Matt, but
So
I've seen a few
as
others.
of today, 16.
16. And how do you like that? How do you like giving back that way into the sport?
The best way I can describe it is a kid I coach named Gael just competed at high school states at Trueborn two weeks ago from tomorrow and won the state championship for high school in Georgia. And the best way I can describe it is that's the meet I did my senior year. So it almost feels like I'm just like giving somebody what I wish I had when I was that age. Because like my senior year, I was literally running Rustwell Volume 1, maxing out like 3 days out from a meet, no clue what I was doing, literally just winging it. So it just feels good to like be what I wish I had when I was that age.
That's pretty deep right there.
Yeah,
Love that answer.
dang. It's a nice answer.
Another obvious thing, Kennesaw State sweatshirt. You're at KSU. I've been up there. I've seen a lot of your
love this
posts.
story, bro.
What about KSU is so great to you? Like, what do you like about it? Why did you decide to go there, and how has it kind of developed you?
So I'll start with the reason I decided to go here, which you're gonna love this. So I played football my whole life since I was 4 years old. My dad played college football at UAB. So my dream growing up was to play college football. And my senior year, when I was powerlifting, like doing this, the high school state meet, like I said, I was in prep for that. And I was getting offers and stuff to play football and committed to West Georgia to play safety. And then I did the high school meet and literally like it was like 2 weeks before that high school state meet. I decided I wanted to keep powerlifting because I was just like, I love this so much. So I knew that like I couldn't go to West Georgia and play football and stop powerlifting because powerlifting surpassed football like in my heart. So I talked to my parents, made that decision, decommitted from West Georgia, and that left me with like, okay, well, like, am I still gonna go to West Georgia? Is there even like, I didn't even know if there was college powerlifting or anything. So I did that high school state meet, and then don't judge me. 5 weeks later, did the Savannah Showdown, and I am at the Savannah Showdown and walk in the bathroom, and guess who I meet? Matthew Albazadi. So he's like, yo, like you're Kyle, right? I was like, yeah, what's up, bro? And he was like, so like, are you going to college next year? Like I saw you just graduated high school. Like, are you still powerlifting or what? I was like, I mean, I want to powerlift, but like, is that even a thing in college? And he was like, bro, come to Kennesaw State. We have a barbell club and everything. So I like looked it up, saw the Instagram, talked to some of the guys, and I was like, yo, this is it. So that's like what led me coming to Kennesaw.
That's
we got recruited.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Wait,
that's crazy.
correct me if I'm
That's
wrong.
crazy.
That Savannah Showdown meet,
I was at that
dropped
meet.
you dropped a YouTube video, right?
Yeah, I dropped my
Okay,
third deadlift too.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched that YouTube video like a week before I competed for the first time because I was just like nervous for my first
That's
meet, and I was like,
crazy.
"How does this work?"
Yeah,
I actually watched that YouTube video.
Yeah.
I remember that because I remember you had to go.
That's crazy.
It's a weird detail. You had to go pick up a different pair of underwear because they booted you out of there with what you brought.
Yes, bro. I was wearing the
That's
Nike
wild,
Pros.
dude.
They don't even check anymore. I wore Nike
Mhm.
Pros last week, and they didn't even check for underwear.
Yeah,
Did
all
they
I
check
pulled
you
up.
at nationals?
No, bro. Nats, they didn't
They
even
checked-
check me.
They checked
They
me.
checked- they checked
At
Tony.
Nats?
They checked
No,
me
they ain't checked me.
because I was like showing my underwear. Like I was like, she was like, "Do you have like tidy whities or whatever?" And I was like, "I don't even know." Avery, were you actually there?
Yeah.
No, like I was like, I mean, I have these, and then like they were clearly not tidy.
You pulled on it, and she was like, that kind of doesn't sound like it's supposed to. And Tony was
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, no, like Tony's like, no, like it's what it's supposed to be, and like pulled his shorts up a little bit, and she was like, okay, like you're good.
Yeah,
Bro, I
she, like,
specifically
Go ahead.
I specifically remember at Nats, I was checking in and I said, do y'all need to see my underwear? She was like, no, you're good. I was like, bet.
that's crazy because they actually were about to like kick me out and go get.
No, that's crazy.
I
always
swear they are. I swear. No, I swear they're a lot more loose with it than they used to be. Because I swear, like the first time I competed, like 4 or 5 years ago, like they were like, "Let me see them draws, boy." Like,
that's crazy. I'm finna clip you.
no, I swear, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like,
Let me see them draws, boy.
Well, I mean, they still hold on to the whole tighty whitey thing, even though the rules changed and you're allowed to have kind of legs on it.
I'm
And they
about to say, like, my first meet, I went and bought the whole pack of tidy whities, just so I was like good to go.
That's what I
But
did. That's what I did in Savannah, bro. I was like, because I didn't even know that was like my first meet at 90. First, like, I guess it was a local meet, but like I actually like traveled for it, and I put up. They were like, "Let me see underwear." I was like, what are you talking about, bro? They were like, "Yeah,
That's
you gotta have
funny.
like cotton underwear."
The other day, Matt came up to me and was like he was like, "Do you remember where we met?" And I was like, at state, and then he was like, "Nah, at the Savannah Showdown, all the way
You were
back then."
there?
I was there. I wasn't competing. I was just there to watch a couple people from Statesboro.
I
And I
got
do
you.
remember you. I remember you and your handler because I think did you win best lifter at that meet?
Nah, I won the 90 Open though, and I was 18. And bro, this grown man had his wife and kids with him, and he started trying to beef with me because I beat him. I swear, bro. He got on my Instagram, started commenting crazy stuff.
That's actually crazy, but no, I was there. I mean, you were just like some kid or whatever, though. I wasn't worried about it. Uh I remember, yeah, Drew was there. Drew was there.
Yeah,
He came up to me and Edson whenever we were in the warm-up room because we were like deadlifting. And we were just training because we didn't have kilos anywhere near us.
yeah.
So we were like, bro, we got to get in like a deadlift session like while we can. And then Drew came up to us and said something. And then I think
Man,
that's how I met Matt.
I was warming up on the Olympic bar and bumpers. You had the kilos.
There were kilos over there. Yeah, I was like, Edson, like they're elite go. I literally have a Snapchat video of us like just doing pause deadlifts back there. And then that's when Matt came up to me. I think that's how I met him. So it's kind of crazy, like how Eli watched your
Yeah,
video. Like it's a small world,
yeah. That's
For sure.
crazy.
but I was definitely there.
So
Yeah.
so let's get into like what not just motivates you, but what inspires you or who inspires you in the sport, looking at these top level lifters. Like I know you went up to see, not just to see Bob, but you went up and trained with Bob. I know
That
he's
was
probably a
crazy.
big guy in your life, but who are the bigger competitors in the sport that drive you to be better and make you want to be successful?
Yeah, Bob would definitely have to be number one. Been watching him for like the last 2 years. Ever since I don't even remember how I saw him. It must have been like King of the Lizard post him or something. And I started watching his YouTube, all that stuff. And then like you said, like when I went up there, so literally it was like the beginning of December. My dad was like, "Yo, we're going on vacation the week before Christmas. You want to come?" I was like, I looked at my schedule. I was like, "Yo, that's on week 4, Dad. I can't be doing traveling on week 4." And he was like, "All right, well, I mean, we're going to New York City, so just let me know if you change your mind." I was like, "New York City?" He was like, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm going. Just let me know the details and all that." And then it happened to be like we were leaving Saturday morning, and I know like I talked to like him and Menace. Menace is another guy that lives to him. Um, and I asked him like, "Yo, like when do y'all live today?" He was like, "SBD Friday nights," and I was like, "Bet." So I literally like did that SBD day that Friday night with them, and then left like the next morning. But yeah, that was an adventure. But yeah, definitely Bob. Obviously, like my coach Petrie. Just seeing like I mean he's like the number one guy in the country, soon to be world, in my weight class. So just like I mean you always want to watch people in your weight class and stuff. So just seeing like that he's the strongest in my weight class. Obviously just look up to him. Yeah, I would say those are the biggest two, to be honest.
So we can talk about Petrie for a moment. How
Wait,
was that
so
transition from
So
like your because so who was your coach before Petrie?
into Cnats, myself.
Yourself? So how was that transition from going
Uh,
from you to Petrie and to a higher level athlete slash coach?
it was definitely like eye opening just seeing like his work ethic and like just how serious he takes every little thing. Like and at first I was kind of skeptic because like how many people he coaches, and all that. I was like, oh, like is he gonna be able to like put time into me? And then I remember I sent him like my first squat, like a week 1 squat, and bro sent like 20-minute long voice messages about like the smallest things I didn't even notice. So it was just like super eye opening, and like he still does that. Like just understanding that like he knows so much, and just that like nothing I ever do will ever be perfect. But I would much rather have that than just like a yes man. Like just like, yeah, that looks good. You're hitting PRs. Let's go, keep going. But like it's just like just never satisfied mindset with him. So I just absolutely love that.
I got you. Avery, do you have a question, or you want me to keep going?
I had something I was gonna say, but then when I got quiet, I forgot all about it. So continue.
So I mean, obviously we just covered who inspires you, but what, obviously in the gym, but also out of the gym, what do you listen to? What are some like quotes or things you look at to kind of motivate you to get in the gym and keep pushing? And I mean, you can go movies, you can go music, you can go any form of media. What keeps
Bro,
pushing you?
so I mean, definitely like music and like just movies and stuff. Like I love movies, so like this is like how like just crazy I am. So like this morning, knowing that I have like a week 4 all-time PR squat single, I literally made breakfast and watched Gladiator start to finish, and then made lunch and watched 300 start to finish. So literally just like that, just like
You are
ancient
a
time,
warpath
just
today, huh?
bro, like yes, sir. So it was just like that kind of mindset, like just at all
Mm-hmm.
costs, just like whatever it takes.
I got you.
And then so like music, so like I used to just listen to like rap music, like Lil Baby, Drake, all that stuff. And then actually like found Christ like a little over a month ago, got baptized, gave my life to God. Um, and now literally I listen to like Christian rap, like Alex G and some guys like that. But honestly, like a lot of instrumental music. Like today, from the time I walked into the gym until I hit the PR, I listened to just straight instrumental music. Like Tony, if you heard that song that I played on aux during that top set, I was just listening to stuff like that, like training montage from Rocky, like just on repeat, like just no
Mm-hmm.
words, like literally just listen. That's what I listen to a lot.
I feel you for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm different than most of, like, I've heard Duggar talk about it, but I got to listen to slow, like methodical things that I got to be in my bag. Like I
Yeah,
don't need to get hyped. I kind of just
that's
I be
that's what's
listening to
changed for me a
whatever I feel like.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously you said you watched those two movies. You posted on your story. So what are your thoughts? Who wins the fight?
Bro,
Maximus or
Leonidas is
Leonidas?
dropping Maximus, bro. Like
I agree. I agree.
it's not even a question, bro.
Really good. And let me just I'm gonna put you on the spot. Give me your top three inspirational movies to give to someone to watch and get inspired.
Ooh. Number one has got to be 300. Just the way Leonidas is just like, bro, will do anything.
Mhm.
Like never surrender, like literally like knowing that their whole army is about to die, and he's like Spartan never retreat, just like go out there on his shield, just the arrows falling down on him.
Mhm.
That's got to be number one. I'm trying to think of sports movies because like I'm gonna have to throw Gladiator in there as
Mhm.
well, but I watch a lot of
Yeah.
like ancient
And you
movies,
got
war movies.
a lot
I
of the
don't know.
boxing ones are crazy, like Bleed for This,
Okay,
Whiplash,
yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah,
Rocky.
Whiplash is a good one. I'm tripping, bro. I gotta throw Rocky 4 in there.
Mhm.
We'll put 300, Rocky 4, and then Gladiator. Yeah, like
I
I
was,
got you.
yeah, I was definitely
Yeah, I was
thinking
about to
Rocky
say
Four.
I can't believe I
Whiplash
didn't
is
say Rocky.
usually up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like that's like I consider that a sports movie. Like just like because like bro, like Neiman is attacking those drums like I attack like a squat. Like that man
Yeah.
was like just locked
Was that
in.
motivational though? I feel like that was like
Yes,
more
It
bro.
like
is.
Like
He got the
mental
right
health.
mindset.
he's in his bag
That
watching
movie really
videos. Like
tackles like
yes, bro.
obsessiveness, like the need to absolutely be great.
Mhm.
No, I love that movie. Don't get me
Neiman's a
And
wrong.
actually,
dog.
the bear really
Yeah.
does it really well. So I'm not gonna get start though.
Yeah. Just keep plugging the bear. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other
Swear.
ones that are crazy, but that one's good. I don't know. There's a lot of
I like. Have
inspirational
you ever
movies
seen
out
the
there.
movie? Have you ever seen the movie Unbroken?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix where he
Yeah,
picks
that's
the
all.
stick up at the end.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's a good
yeah,
movie.
that was tough.
I mean, he's literally an Olympic like athlete as well. So, uh,
Olympic athlete.
yeah, yeah, he
Yeah, for sure,
ran.
for sure.
He ran like the mile, I think.
Yeah, he raced that one of the guards.
Yeah, so that was a good one.
Y'all
That's
Yeah.
seen
crazy. I can't remember though.
I know it's
Yeah, I'm
like I
blanking
know
on stuff
all
right now
these
too.
movies, bro.
I mean, do you
Y'all
also
seen
draw from TV shows too? Like, do you watch anime and get, all that?
I don't really watch any anime. Y'all finna like this is crazy. Over winter break, I binge watched a show, Young Sheldon, bro, start to finish.
I've watched some. It's okay here though.
Bro,
That's
it's funny.
very. That's
It,
It's
it
so
surprising.
funny, bro.
it's
That's
not
a
as
bit
good as the
different,
Big
dog.
Bang Theory, but
On week 1, 2, 3, bro. 1, 2, and 3, I'll be chilling.
So you really got to decompress your brain so you can just get
Yes,
to like
bro.
a
Like
to like a.
I can't be like that kind of mindset. Like if I watch 300 every day, like I would just give up, bro. Like I would just be like
Not. I was
out
about to
of
say
it.
actually like when I'm in a prep or whatever, and I use like the AOT song, like "Here Comes Big Girl" or whatever. I think I actually ruined it for myself because I did it for
Yeah.
like 4 months probably.
Yeah, like you got
So
to
it
deload
doesn't do it
from
the same.
music and movies and stuff. Like
Mhm.
it's just
Another.
like
I feel like another motivational. Well, this like might just be me because I'm such a big fan. But I feel like any Spider-Man movie is like I don't know, like crazy motive. Like bro stopped a train with like nothing but his like body and webs, and like like Tom Holland landed a an airplane. Like I don't know. To me, that's kind of hard. But
I
have
mean,
y'all
I'm
seen
all.
Greater, the
mhm.
football movie?
Yeah,
That was pretty
that
good.
was really good.
I don't know.
I mean, there's a couple in my head, but we could probably go shot for shot of movies all the time, but kind of covered inspirations. All right, let's go. Do you have any quotes that you kind of read back or put on your screen over and over again, or favorite quotes that do it for you?
If I go to my notes real quick, is it gonna kick me out of this?
No, you should be fine.
You shouldn't know,
All
but
right, yeah, I'm straight. Uh, yo, I actually have one from Maximus from Gladiator. Um, yeah, death smiles at us all. All a man can do is smile back. So that's just like
Mhm.
the way I think about that is just like death is inevitable. Like all you can do is just like just face it and just like
No,
live every
literally.
day like it's your last, bro. And
Mhm.
then growing up, like in football, my dad would always tell me because like on the football field, like plays happen literally like that. So like you have to like just forget about it. He always said 10% what happens and 90% how you react. So just like thinking like it's not about what happens to you, it's how you take that and move on in your life from it.
Phenomenal. I love that. So we kind of covered introducing you, your inspirations and your goals for CNATs, but past CNATs, past everything, what do you wish to accomplish in this powerlifting journey, in the sport, for the sport? What are your goals
Um,
and dreams?
I would say the number one goal is to glorify God in everything I do in the sport. Just realizing that like even though it's not a huge platform compared to a lot of powerlifters and fitness influencers out there, I would say I still have like a decent platform in Georgia, and just able to reach people. So I would say I just want to use that to glorify God, and show everyone like that anything I do is not because of me, it's because of what God's given me. And then just showing people that like just to chase their dreams, even if that's not in powerlifting, just by like whatever you enjoy. So like Whiplash, like if there's a guy out there who loves music, just showing him that like they can attack their music the same way I attack powerlifting. Just chase your dreams, bro, and don't let anyone tell you you can't do something.
Next thing, let's imagine you're talking to a guy from Ringgold, Georgia, just a little football player, sophomore class, wanting to get into powerlifting. What is your advice to a newer lifter to be as successful as you are?
Get a coach and don't run Russ Wall Volume 1 on an Olympic bar and bumper plates during lunch.
Olympic bar and bumper weight during lunch.
Yeah,
I've seen
but
the
no,
Russell.
no, for real though, just like don't let like whatever your weight you're starting out at, don't let that discourage you. Like I remember I used to like I'm like benching 2 plates and I get on Instagram and see Russ like squatting 700 and I was just like, bro, like how is that even possible? But like just realizing that like everyone starts somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't get discouraged by other people who are stronger than you or further along than you. Just realizing that like if you actually work at it and stay consistent, then like you can make a lot more progress than you actually could ever think possible.
I love that. And then mistakes you made. Obviously you could have covered that a little bit, but what mistakes would you warn people about?
Definitely just get a coach. Don't try to do it all on your own. Don't just go max out every day. And just like learning that like honestly like failure is okay. Like everyone's like it's just like the amount of like game winners Kobe and Jordan missed. Like don't let like a fail like attempt a PR you fail it. Don't let that just like draw you, take you away from the sport. Just keep staying consistent. Just take things day by day. Realize that it's in the long term. It's not about like just today.
Feel that. And then finally, a technique tip on squat, bench, or deadlifts. Anything that like was really clicked and changed the game for one of those lifts. And it could be something as simple
Honestly,
as moving your feet.
the biggest thing that helped me on squat, I feel like, was just like feeling the ground, like just getting like big toe pressure, just like literally I almost like grip the floor with my feet. Just like I just feel like it's just so planted that like you're literally just like a part of the floor and it's almost like you're just like just leg pressing your own body, if that makes sense. And then bench, I would say imagine bringing your upper abs to the bar, to like just create that chest elevation, create that arch. Alex Marshall actually was the one that gave me that. And when I started just doing that, bench just felt so much better. Cause I would like imagine like trying to arch my lower back. And then when I got that cue and like realized like bringing my upper abs to the ceiling, to the bar, that helps just so much. And then deadlift, I suck at deadlift. So pull harder. I don't know.
Stand up.
Fair enough.
I
Fair
got you.
enough.
That's valid. Tony Avery, that's all the questions I got. Y'all got anything?
Nah,
Before we head out?
I think we covered it pretty well, honestly.
Tony, good?
Yeah, nah, man. I don't got nothing to say.
Well, really enjoyed you coming on.
You sound so sad.
You want to get into the DNA meet, Tony?
Oh,
we
well,
can chat
actually,
it.
no. Hold on. Yeah, no. Hold on. No, we actually got a good amount, but I'm over here. All right, we got a good amount to talk about, low key. Okay, so he asked you what your long-term goals. What about short-term goals? Short-term goals.
That's why I talk.
I think he just
After
said he didn't really have any other than that.
I mean, I would say just like do the best I possibly can at Cnats, and then like, I mean, y'all want to get into like the PA and all that?
yeah,
You go
that's
for
So
it.
I mean,
If you want to
Cnats
announce
will
it.
be. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like gatekeeping or anything. I just like haven't talked about it. I mean, except with like the people I actually like talk to on a daily basis. But like Cnats will be my last meet at 90 kilos. My last meet in the USAPL. And then technically 2 weeks later I'll be competing, but 6 weeks later I'll be doing PLA junior nats at 93 kilos. And in order to do that, 2 weeks after CNETs, I have to do a qualifier meet, which literally is just the bar. So I'll just be doing that as like a training day, an actual training day, not like my week 3, just to hit the QT for the junior Nats, and then do whatever I can at junior Nats and see what happens with that.
Beautiful.
Valid. All right. Yeah. No. So yeah, me and kdub going to Austin, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We'll see what happens there. Shoot. Any shout outs, bro? Like anybody you wanna?
Plug.
Yeah.
Shout out Gary.
Shout out Gary.
Shout out Gary.
Big body Barry.
So like, talk about him for a minute. What's the deal there? I mean, what's Gary about? Like,
Bro,
is he just the guy? Is he
Man.
the utility?
Gary's a dog, bro. Gary is the surprise meet day handler. So Alex Marshall was gonna handle me. He handled me at Cnats, because Peter was competing like the same day as me. And Peter's obviously not gonna fly here from Texas for Southeastern Collegiate Cup. So Alex was gonna handle me and actually tore his pec the day before benching. So obviously I was like, yo, bro, don't even worry about it. So Gary had already come down to stay with me for the weekend, come watch the meet. So I was like, bro, you're gonna have to handle me. And he was like, I don't know what that means. I don't know how to do any of that. And I was like, bro, you're literally just gonna load my weights and take my headphones off when I go on the platform. But no, Gary's a dog. He actually has made a lot of progress. We've literally been, this is like our 4th or 5th block together, and he went a whole year without a single PR with his old coach. And then he took his squat from 430 to 485, his bench from 315 touch and go up and down motion that corrupted to a 352 paused, and his deadlift from 405, which wouldn't have counted in comp, to a pretty calm 440. So he's doing states. So big body Gary is gonna go crazy at states.
shout out Gary, man.
Shout out Gary. I mean, obviously,
Gary.
shout out Gary, shout out Petrie, shout out KSU Barbell.
Yes,
There's
sir.
your shout outs, but
Shout out the rest of the little bodies too. You know who you are.
well, it's been phenomenal having you on. I love what you talked about. Love hearing faith stuff. We don't get to talk about that a lot. I'm the guy here, but glad you came on. Real easy pod to talk about. Peace.